production is very important for any manufacturing process, and production can be done by different processes, in which casting is the oldest and the important process by which we can make any product very easily. So we are going to produce a T-pipe joint project in our foundry shop. So it's time to introduce our group. Myself Divya.
Hi, myself Ganga Sagar Maurya.
Myself Vandana Rai.
And myself Sujit Kumar Yadav.
Now it's time to start the casting process.
This is molding box. Upper part of molding box is called cope, and this is lower part of molding box is called drag. And sand fill in the molding box, lower part of molding box like this. And this is pin and rammer and compress of molding sand in drag like this.
Now the molding sand is filled in the drag portion of the molding box, and it's time to use flat rammer for the rammering of the molding sand. This box consists of molding sand, and molding sand consists of 30% of clay and 70% of silica. Now the flat rammer is used for this process.
चलो मैं कुछ बोलता हूँ, वो आन रहने दो, बाद में वॉइस को चढ़ा देना, वॉइस को ऊपर से चढ़ा देना बोलकर, सीधी सी बात है। और नहीं, सब सिंपल से हो जाएगा, मालूम है, इसीलिए तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि यहाँ से आवाज़ को काटना और जो बोलना था वहाँ पे बोल देना, सीधी सी बात।
फिर वो लंबा प्रोसेस हो जाएगा, आवाज़ काटो फिर
कुछ नहीं होगा, सिंपल होगा। रिकॉर्डिंग करने में कितना समय लगेगा भैया?
And this is cost pattern. This part of pattern is called core print. And this is cleaner and lifter.
By means of lifter, we lift some portion of sand. By removing sand, we fit this pattern into the drag portion. Now the pattern is rammed into the drag portion of the molding box for the preparation of mold cavity. This can be made by the use of rammer, pin rammer. And now lifter and cleaner is used for obtaining the exact shape of the mold cavity. The quality of ramming describes the quality of our mold cavity formed. How much we ram our pattern into the mold into the drag portion, the mold cavity made is of very good quality. And now the ramming process is completed, and we have to locate the cope on the drag for the complete formation of our molding box. Now we have to use parting sand, and parting sand is used to differentiate both layers of the cope and drag from each other. Now we have to locate two gate pin in our one which is used as a riser and other which is used as a runner. Riser is put on the pattern and runner is put it on side of the pattern. Now the molding sand is poured into the drag portion.
Now the venting process is done on the upper part of our molding. These vent holes are made for the removal of gas when we pour hot metal into the mold cavity. And now we have to remove the gate pins. This is the riser pin which is put upon the pattern. This process can be done very smoothly. And finally, the last pin can be removed. Then the upper part of the molding box is removed, and now the mold cavity is shown, and we have to pour the metal into this mold cavity for the preparation of our product. And this process is done for the removal of the pattern from the drag portion. Pattern has to be removed very safely. And now finally we got our mold cavity, which is very useful for the production of the T-joint. And now we have to cut gate into our drag portion. As we know that we cannot pour molten metal directly into the mold cavity because our mold cavity got distorted if we pour our molten metal directly into the cavity. So we have to cut gate for the pouring of molten metal. And finally the gate is obtained in our drag portion of the molding box. The complete finishing of the mold cavity is very necessary for obtaining very good quality of product.
This is the core box. This is lower part of the core box called drag, and this is upper part of the core box called core.
We firstly fill some sand, some partition sand, and we fill some sand for creation of the core. And after this we have to plane the surface. This is a lower box. Now we fill same sand in the upper box. this is final coat prepared.
As we know that our mold cavity is prepared and we have to pour the molten metal into the mold cavity for the preparation of the product. Now we are melting our aluminium in this crucible furnace, and for melting of the metal, this is bit furnace and air is supplied from this blower to the bit furnace by which the molten metal is melted. Now the crucible is lifted by crucible lifter. After the pouring of the molten metal into the mold cavity, our final casted product is obtained, whose parts are described by Sujit.
This part is called pouring cup, and this is sprue. This combination is called runner and gate, and this part is called riser part.